Tonight, our new reasonably priced car gets its first celebrity driver. I take a look at a Mazda that might just surprise you, and I get very carried away in a Bugatti built for a video game. Right, hello and welcome to a brand new series of First Gear. Yes, we're back for Series 3, somehow still trusted with expensive cars and allowed on tracks, and still running with only slightly questionable judgment. Now, before we get into tonight's lineup, I need to address the slightly burnt but slight tragic elephant in the garage. Yes, it happened. The reasonably priced car, while we were away from filming, was broken into and smashed up by a bunch of youths. Here it is, all smashed up, and they got in the keys and they took it for a ride and dumped it, and it was knackered. It was a write-off, complete write-off. So yeah, and it met an untimely end. A group of local youths, they broke into it. It was like a scene from Grand Theft Auto. Cones in the windows, doors kicked in, roof dented. Yes, small fire, unfortunately. But, needless to say, the insurance company weren't thrilled, and after confirming their total write-off, we were hunting for a replacement. Something new, something economical, something reasonably terrible. Behold, our new reasonably priced car, a Toyota Aqua, a car so inoffensive it could be used as Switzerland's national flag, but has a steering wheel, four wheels, and a tractor conquer. That's all we need. Anyway, now you might be thinking, oh good, another Mazda, but this one, the latest Mazda 3, claims to be more than just a daily commuter. Mazda says it's fun, sporty, driver-focused. We took it out on our track to see how it is. The Mazda 3, it's got a 2.0 litre naturally aspired engine with mild hybrid tech, which sounds like a bit like a salad in engine form, but the steering is surprisingly sharp. The gearbox is crisp and handling is pretty spot on. You won't win light traffic drag races, but you will enjoy yourself from roundabout to roundabout. And isn't that what it's all about? No, it's not a hot hatch, it's not pretended to be, but it's proof that even your daily driver can give you a little smile every morning. It's a good car, reasonably priced, and a good family car, hence why I'm testing it, because it's a personable buy that I'd like to get. It's a nice car. I know what you're thinking. It's another sensible, quite reliable hatchback that was spent most of its life parked outside of a Tesco. But hang on, because this one is different. On paper it looks very normal. It's got a 2.0 litre petrol engine, front wheel drive, and a nameplate that screams company car. But here's the twist. This Mazda doesn't just want to be efficient, it's fun. Mazda's gone old school with this one. There's no turbocharger, no flashy dual clutch gearbox. When you get inside, it is a naturally aspirated engine with a 6-speed manual and steering that actually tells you something. It's got classic lightweight front wheel drive. Point it to a bend and it just goes. It's precise, tight, and weirdly satisfying. It's not especially fast. 0 to 60 it takes around about 8.5 seconds, but the joy isn't in the numbers, it's the experience. This is one of those rare cars that feels alive under you, even at sensible speeds. Mazda's also nailed styling. From the side, looks very clean, sleek, also almost concept car-like. Inside, it's simple, classy, and very well screwed together. There's no silly touch-sensitive nonsense, just physical buttons, rotary computer, and a really nice driving position. Honestly, it's all very good, grown up, but in a good way. Sure, if you want something that'll blow socks off in a straight line, this isn't it. But if you want a hatchback that rewards you for doing the school run a bit quickly, you're looking at it. The Mazda 3 isn't set to get your pulse or anything, but it is here to remind you that even sensible cars can be soulful. And in a world of crossovers and beige, that makes it feel a bit like a rebel. So, the Mazda 3. A sensible hatchback that turns out to be just a little bit more than sensible. Nicely balanced, beautifully built, and proof that you don't need 500 horsepower to have a good time. But let's pretend we're sensible, because we are here at First Gear. Because while that Mazda was quietly going about its business, I was also driving something that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It doesn't do fuel economy, it doesn't do comfort, and quite frankly, it barely does reality. This is a car started life as a sketch from video vase and gave it a Bugatti being Bugatti have made it a thing. And then, for reasons only they understand, gave me the keys. So now let's see what happens when a hypercar designed for a PlayStation is unleashed in our world. Now I'm currently sat in the Bugatti VGT, a car made by Bugatti, and it's absolutely mad. So we're going to get ready, because we're going to set right off. Oh my god, I can hear the engines revving. Oh my god. Right, already kicking off. We're already, Jesus, we're past 100 miles an hour. Oh my god, right. It's really, really, really sharp. It's going for it. Oh my god, I'm absolutely flying down here. Look at the speed. Look at the speed. It's doing 420 kilometers an hour. It's absolutely mad. Bugatti have made this car completely and utterly madness. Wow. Coming up this hill now, it's mad. It is absolutely mad. It's trying to keep the speed and the car intact in the straight line is a challenge proving. From watching this footage, it's absolutely mad. Oh, there we go. Sped past. Coming down this hill, we can make it even quicker. We're plusing 300 something miles an hour here, probably. And yes, it is going to them. And oh my giddy aunt, did it not stop? Wow. Anyway, back to the studio. Right, that was the Bugatti VGT, and I think it burnt my face off, quite literally, metaphorically. Now, we unfortunately can't get a star on a reasonably priced car this week. However, that doesn't mean we're not going to go for a little lap in our car. We thought, since obviously what happened to the previous reasonably priced car, we'd show you the new one, the Toyota Aqua. Isn't it beautiful? Let's prove it. Right, so for Season 3, it's time to bring back a first gear tradition. In every series, we take a completely ordinary car, the sort of thing you might see in a supermarket car park, and we hand it over to the celebrities, then we put them on a track and give them the keys to it and see how they drive it. But in the past, we had this mighty Renault Clio. Slow, gutless, perfect, but unfortunately it's dead. Unfortunately, a group of local youths decided to break into our track, and let's just say the Clio didn't survive the night. And as you can see here, this is what happened to it. Yep, it's completely smashed. This is where we found it, dumped on the side of the track when we went to film another segment. So it was a complete write-off. We had to send it away. And yeah, annoyingly, we just done modification to it as well. So, oh well. Here is the review of the new reasonably priced car, because we think this one is probably much better. So we've had to find a replacement, something new, something even more underwhelming, and I think we've nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Toyota Aqua. It's a 1.5 litre hybrid, it has a CVT gearbox, and it is 0 to 60 in eventually. And yet, despite all that, this is our new star chariot. It has absolutely no interest in performance. The tyres are made with health on, the brakes are mostly theoretical, and the brake response is about sharp as a damp tea towel. And this is the important part. It's the same car for everyone. That means it's down to the driver's skill, or the lack of it. Every guest this series will drive the Aqua around our track, and their time will be immortalised here on our slightly wobbly leaderboard. Now, for our star on a reasonably priced car, will be joining us next week. But until then, we've given the Aqua a shakedown lap just to see what we're dealing with. So, coming in 20 miles an hour, you really have to drive it with commitment, because if you hesitate, the car thinks you want to slow down to say polar bears. So, here it is, the Toyota Aqua. It's not glamorous, it's not fast, but it's ours. And next week, it'll be putting a celebrity behind the wheel and see how fast they stack up. One car, one track, one slightly terrified star. That is what first gear is all about. Back to studio. And there you have it, the start of Series 3. We kick things off with a surprisingly sporty Mazda 3, and then tore a hole in the space-time continuum with a Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo, and finally introduced our brand new reasonably priced car, the gloriously underpowered Toyota Aqua. From the ridiculous to the reasonable to the outright dangerous. Now, I know it looks a bit sad and empty right now, but that's all about to change, because next week we'll be joined by our first guest in our new reasonably priced car. Plus, I'll be reviewing something loud, red and Italian, and we put a questionable off-roader through something that might legally be described as a swamp. It doesn't go well. Until then, don't speed unless you're on a closed track, on camera and legally covered. Drive safe, and we'll see you next time on First Gear. Goodbye.